Okay. I don't know what it looks like to you guys, but just give me one moment. I'm gonna wait for everyone to come in. For those in the future that are watching, hello everyone. My name is Deadly Iris, and today we will be reading the creepypasta stories for Halloween. And yes, I made this home VTuber just for that. Let's just see if I can send this in. Okay, it didn't stop the stream. Thank goodness. Let me just view the chat. Oh, it won't let me. Okay. Maybe it already shows the chat. Okay, show chat view. Okay, it's already doing that, so I don't really need to. Okay. Oh. Hello, welcome. I'm glad I can see the chat from here. Okay, I will start upon the creepypasta, but I would like to see what you guys are viewing at the moment. My brothers will be in the background. I'm very sorry about that. They probably will cry at certain times. I might go into the other room.
I don't want your help. I want you safe.
All right. It's very more aesthetic. That is not a word. I don't know why I said it like that. But, okay. I have a little place on the floor. Actually, I'm just gonna use my brother's bed because it's so much comfier. Okay, there we go. Now that I have a place to be. Oh, by the way, I would like to show you guys my different emotions I made because, it took hours to make this. So I'm sad. Then I have my angry. Then I have my surprised. And then I have my evil. Ooh, my cat is here. Alright. Live stream. Where? There we go. There we go. Live. Okay, good. Hello, Light Joker. Welcome. All right. Do you guys have any recommendations for the creepypasta of the day? If not, I will begin. I will tell you, I am dyslexic, so I will stutter a little bit. Just be aware of that, and please don't make fun of me. Unless if you're my friends, then you can make fun of me, because they're just silly goops that love to make fun of me. So the creepypasta we will be starting with today is called Lavender Town Syndrome. By, oh crap, I forgot the freaking, oh, it doesn't say who it's by. Alright. Well, I will begin. The Lavender Town Syndrome, also known as Lavender Town Tone or Lavender Town Suicides, was a peek at suicides and illnesses of children between the ages of 7 to 12, shortly after the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th, reached Lavender Town. Those theme songs had extremely high frequencies that studies showed that only children and young teens can hear. since their ears are more sensitive. Due to the lavender tune, at least 200 children Hi Scarlett, welcome. I will not be talking for the chat. I forgot to tell you guys, but after the fact of me reading these stories, I will then talk to the chat. But while I'm reading the story, I will not talk to any of you from now on. I gotta listen to place. Oh no. And at least 200 children supposedly committed suicide, and many more developed illnesses and afflictions. The children who committed suicide usually did so by hanging or jumping from high heights. Those who did not act I cannot read today. Complained of severe headaches after listening to the Lavender Town's theme. Although Lavender Town now sounds differently depending on the game, this mass hysteria was caused by the first Pokemon game released after the Lavender Town incident. The programmers had fixed Lavender Town's theme music to be a lower frequency, and since then, children were no longer affected by it. One video appeared in 2010 using special software to analyze the audio of the Lavender Town's music. Then played, and software created images of the unknown near the end of the audio. This raised a controversy since the unknown didn't appear until the Generation 2 games Silver, Gold, and Crystal. The unknown translate to leave now. There's also the said beta version of Lavender Town. It is said that the beta version of Pocket Monsters was released to some kids to test the games. This is the video of the beta version of Lavender Town. Oh, it actually shows the... Oh my god. Let's see... Oh, it's this song! This is like really long, so I'm not gonna do the whole video. But yeah, that's the frequency of Lavender Town, I guess. Oh, oh my, that was the end? All right, well, that was the end of Lavender Town, I guess. I want to see. Does it change in the end? Hold on, I want to see. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, that was Lavender Town. Licking you. I searched up like the famous ones. Stop asking if I'm colorblind. These ads, chat. My cat almost went across my keyboard. That would have been bad. Laughing Jack. I think I'll be doing Laughing Jack because I haven't done seen Laughing Jack yet. So let's do that. Oh, there's also like an audiobook, which I think is really cool. Okay. The estimate reading time is 8 minutes. So. Also, yes, I will be looking at the chat since I'm between. Hello, Oliver. Welcome. And that's just about it for whoever joined so far. I hope you are all doing well and you like my reading. Alright. Yeah, this is my Halloween special. I actually have a few more. What up? Alright. I'm going to start with the story of Laughing Jack. I actually never read any of these creepypastas, so please bear with me if I do not read them very well. Or I stutter a lot, because I will. It was a nice summer day. My 5-year-old son, James, was playing outside in the backyard of our suburban home. James has always been a quiet boy. He plays by himself mostly. He never had many friends, but he has always had a wild imagination. I was in the kitchen feeding our dog, Fido. Spooky spaghetti. I'm sorry, but I had to look at the chat. Oh, I saw spaghetti at the corner of my eyes, and I was like, what? Spaghetti? Where? How dare you insult creepypasta? Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Our dog, Fido. When I heard what sounded like James talking to someone in the backyard, I'm not sure who I'm not sure who it was. He could be talking to... Could he have finally made a friend? Being a single mom is hard for me to always keep one eye on my son, so I decided to go outside and check on him. When I went into the backyard, I was a bit confused because James was the only person back here. Was he talking to himself? I could have sworn I heard another voice. James, it's time to come inside, I called to him. He came inside and sat down at the table. It was about lunchtime, so I decided to make him turkey sandwich. James, who are you talking to out there? I asked James, looking up for a moment. I was playing with my new friend, he smiled. I poured him some milk and continued to pry, as any good mother would. Does your friend have a name? Why don't you ask him to have lunch with us? I asked. James stared at me for a moment before replying. Oh crap, I lost my thing. My phone's at 10% chat. I need to go charge it. Hold on. Okay. I have my place now, and I'm going to go grab my charger. I'll be right back. Actually, no, I'm gonna bring my phone with me. It's just in my room, like next door, so. Why are we having this break? Hello and welcome, Wolfie. Oh no. Okay. Oh. And that was my laptop. Now I have my charger. Yippee. I hope I'm at least a little bit good at reading. Ugh. Oh yeah, that was my cat. Okay. Oh, it can barely reach. Okay. I'm gonna have to have you guys upside down for this one. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Moving on. James stared at me for a moment before replying. His name is Laughing Jack. I was a bit taken back by what he had said. Oh, what a strange name. What does your friend look like? I asked, a bit confused. He's a clown. He has long hair and a big swirly cone nose. He's got long arms and baggy pants with striped socks, and he always smiles. I realized my son was talking about an imaginary friend. I suppose it is normal for kids his age to have imaginary friends, especially when he has no real kids to play with. It's probably just a phase. The rest of the day went by as per usual, and it was starting to get late, so I put James to bed. I tucked him in, gave him a kiss, and made sure to turn on his nightlight before I closed the door. I was pretty tired myself, so I decided to go to bed not long after. I had an awful nightmare. It was dark. I was in some kind of amusement park. I was scared, running through an endless field of empty tents, broken down rides, and abandoned game huts. The whole place had a horrible look to it. Everything was black and white. The prize stuffed animals all hung from nooses in the game huts. Blah. All with sick grins stitched on their faces. It felt like the whole park was looking at me, even though there wasn't another living thing in sight. Even suddenly, I began to hear music playing. The sounds of the Pop Goes the Weasel being played on the squeeze box echo through the park. It was hypnotizing. I followed its tune into the circus tent, almost in a trance, unable to stop my legs from moving. It was pitch black. The only light that came from a single spotlight shining in the center of the big top. As I walked toward the light, the music slowed down. I found myself singing along, unable to stop. Oh, my laptop's being laggy. Wait, what? This is not the lyrics for Ring Around the Rosie. All around the Rosie. I can't talk. No. Millberry bush? I'm trying to actually say it while singing it. All around the millberry bush, the monkeys chase the wheel. The monkeys thought 'tis all in fun. The music stopped right after the climax, and suddenly the lights shut on. Shut on? What? Okay. The intensity of the lights was practically blinding. All I could see is a small dark silhouette of shuffling towards me. Then another one, and another one, and another one. There was dozens of them all coming towards me. I couldn't move. My legs were frozen. All I could do was watch as the haunting figures drew near. As they came closer, I could see. They were children. As I looked to each one, I noticed that they were all horribly disfigured and manipulated. Some had cuts all over their body, others were severely burned, and others were missing limbs, even eyes. The children implored me, clawing at my flesh, dragging me to the ground and tearing inside of me. As the children tore apart and I faded away, all I could hear was the laughter, horrible, awful, evil laughter. I woke up the next morning in a cold sweat after taking a few deep breaths. I looked over and saw what a few of James' action figures positioned facing me on top of my nightstand. I sighed. James had probably woken up early and put these here. I gathered up the toys and made my way towards James' room. However, I opened the door. James was sound asleep. I just shrugged and placed the toys back into his toy box and headed out into the living room. A little while after James woke up and I made him breakfast, he was quiet and seemed a bit groggy, that's a word. Perhaps he didn't sleep well either. I decided to ask him about the toys. James, honey, did you put the toys in Mommy's room this morning? His eyes shot up at me for a moment and then quietly glanced back down at his cereal. Laughing Jack did it. I rolled my eyes and responded, well, you tell Laughing Jack to keep his toys in your room. James nodded and finished up his breakfast, then decided to go play out in the backyard. I went to relax in the living room, and I must have dozed off because I woke up a couple hours later. Shit, I need to check on James. I was a bit worried. It had been over 2 hours. I haven't checked up on him. I stepped out into the backyard, but James wasn't there anymore. I was getting nervous, so I called out to him. James, where are you? Just then, I heard a giggle from outside, from the front yard. I rushed through the gate, around to the front of the house. James was sitting on the sidewalk. I breathed a sigh of relief and walked over to him. James, how many times do I have to tell you to stay in the backyard? James, what are you eating? James looked at me, then reached into his pocket and pulled out a handful of hard candies in all colors. These made me very nervous. James, who gave you that candy? James just stared at me, not speaking. James, please, tell Mommy where you got the candy. James hung his head down and said, Laughing Jack gave it to me. My heart sunk. I kneeled down to look at him, to look at his eye. James, I've had enough of this damn Laughing Jack thing. He's not real. Now this is a very serious situation, and I need to know who gave you the candy. I could see my son's eyes tearing up. But, Mama, Laughing Jack did give me the candy. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. James has never lied to me, but what is he telling me is impossible. I made him spit out the candy. I threw the rest away. James appeared to be fine. Maybe. I was just overreacting. After all, he could have gotten it from Tom and Linda from next door, or Mr. Walker down the street. Either way, I'm going to keep a closer eye on James. That night, I put James to bed as usual and decided to go to bed early myself. Suddenly, I was awoken by a loud bang coming from the kitchen. I sprung out of bed and hurried downstairs. When I got to the kitchen, I was horrified. Everything on the counter had been thrown on the floor, and our dog, Fido, hung dead from the light figure. His stomach was cut out open and stuffed with candy. The same type that James was eating earlier that day. My shock was quietly broken by the sharp scream coming from James' room, followed by loud crashes. I quietly grabbed the knife from the drawer and moved up the stairs with the speed of only a mother whose child is in danger could have. I bursted through the door and flickered on the lights. Everything in the room was knocked over and tossed on the floor. My poor son in his bed, crying and shaking with fear. Piss. I scooped my child up and ran out of the house and went next door to Tom and Linda's house. Luckily, they were still awake, but they let me use their phone, and I called the police. It didn't take them long to arrive, and I explained what happened. They looked at me as if I was crazy. They searched the house, but all they found was a dead dog and two trashed rooms. The officer told me that someone had probably gotten into the house and done this right before making a quick escape. Then they heard me coming up the stairs. I knew it wasn't true. All the doors were locked and none of the windows were open. Whatever was in my house, it didn't come from outside. The next day, James stayed inside. I didn't want to leave him I didn't want him to leave my sight. I went to the garage and found his old baby monitor and set it by his room. If anything comes into it tonight, I was going to be able to hear it. I went to the kitchen and grabbed the largest knife from the drawer and put it on my nightstand. Imaginary friend or not, I'm not letting anything hurt my little boy. Soon enough, nighttime came. I put James to bed. He was afraid, but I promised him that I wasn't going to let anything happen to him. I tucked him in, gave him a kiss, and turned on the nightlight. Before closing the door, I whispered to him, "Good night, James. I love you." I tried to stay up as long as I could, but after a few hours, I felt myself drift off. My baby would be safe for the night, and I needed to sleep. Just as I lay my head on the pillow, I heard a soft noise come from the baby monitor. I had put on my nightstand at first. It sounded like interference, like the kind of radio would make. Then it turned on to a soft moan. Was James asleep? Then I heard the laugh from my nightmare, the horrible laugh. I sprung from my bed and grabbed the knife from under my pillow. I rushed over to James' room and creaked the door open. I tried the light switch, but it wouldn't come on. I took a step in, and I could feel the warm, thick liquid on my feet. Suddenly, James' nightlight came on, and I could see the absolute horror laid out in front of me. James' body was nailed up on the wall, the nails piercing through his hands and feet. Yeah, I probably should have did a blood warning or trigger warning. I will put that in the description after, or not the description, the title. His chest was cut wide open and his organs hanging out into the floor. His eyes and tongue had been removed along with most of his teeth. It was disgusting. I could hardly believe this is my baby boy. Then I heard it again. The soft, disparented? James is still alive. My baby, my poor baby. It was in so much pain, barely clinging on to life. I ran across the room and vomited on the floor. But my sickness was interrupted by the horrible cackling coming from behind me. I spun around while still wielding the blade from my wiping bale from my mouth. Then out of the shadows emerged the fiend, reasonable for all this horror, Laughing Jack. His ghost's white skin and matted black hair hung down from his shoulders. He had piercing white eyes surrounded by black rings. His twisted smile revealed a row of sharp, jagged teeth, and his skin didn't look like skin at all. It almost looked like rubber or plastic. He had worn a patchy and black and white clown outfit with striped sleeves and socks. His body itself was, I don't even know how to say that word. His long arms hung down past his waist, and the way he was positioned made him look almost boneless, like a rag doll. He let out a sickening laugh, as if to let me know he was pleased with my reaction of his work. He then turned around slowly in front of James and began to laugh even more at the horrific sight he had laid out. That was enough to shake me from my terror. I snapped, "Get away from him, you bastard!" I rushed at the monster, raising my knife above his head and stabbed down at him. But as soon as the knife touched him, he disappeared into and my laptop died. Well, I'm gonna go charge it. It like immediately charges, so it'll just take me a few seconds, but whoopsies. I'm sorry, guys. Dude, that was scary as shit, considering it's pitch black in my brother's room, and I heard my mom laughing downstairs. I had to set the ambiance, okay? I'll set my fan off, so that way you guys can hear me better. But you will still hear, like, background noise. Anyway. How did you guys like that so far? I think it's, dang, like, one of the best ones that I've seen. Or not seen, God, read. Alright, let's, I'll probably do, 1 or 2 more, and then I'll be done for the night. But I will be doing this tomorrow as well, so don't worry. Hopefully, at least. Oh, not plugging in my phone. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. Hopefully it'll leave off where I last started. Actually, I will go into my brother's room again. Wait, what percent? Okay. My phone is at 12%. Are you kidding me? Never mind. Would you like me to write a quick creepy pasta? Sure, I'd love to read it. Especially one made by you. You can totally write one right now if you want. Okay. Depending on how fast, but yeah, I'll probably read yours after I read, Laughing Jack, but my laptop is now on, so I will continue reading. Then he had disappeared into a cloud of black smoke. The knife passed right through the pierced James' still beating heart, splashing the warm blood on my face. No, what have I done? My baby, I killed my baby. I immediately fell to my knees and I could hear sirens in the distance growing louder. My boy, my sweet baby boy, I promised Mommy would protect you, but I failed. I'm sorry, James. I'm so sorry. Police soon arrived to find me in front of my son, still wielding the knife covered in my boy's blood. The trial was short, insanely. I was placed in the something house for the criminally insane, where I have been for the past 2 months. It's not so bad here. The only reason I'm awake now is because someone is playing Pop Goes the Weasel outside my window. I'll talk to the orderlies about it in the morning. Oh, and that was it of Laughing Jack's story. Wait, what time is it now? Sorry. I do quite enjoy this terrifying okay, I would like to change the title. We will be doing one more. Subjects mentioned. Okay. There we go. Information has been changed. Perfect. Delicious even. Okay. And if anyone asks, like, what my creepypasta thing is, I have 2 creepypastas that I have not made a story for. I do have a story for one of them, and I haven't written it down yet, so I'll be, like, all over the place if I try to even talk about it, so, but I think we may do the famous Jeff the Killer. I don't know. Okay, so 2012, 2018. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's the oldest one. I will try to do the oldest one. The OG, Jeff the Killer. Let's see. Where is it? I'm just making sure it is. And it is. So I will continue. Alright. And here is Jeff the Killer. I'm very sorry for, like, I don't say who it's by, but it doesn't show who it's by. So, yeah. Oh, it's one of these. Ugh, I hate one of these. Oh, well. Okay, so it's in the perspective of the reader, and then it's in perspective of Jeff and his origin story. So, let's do this, since I've already agreed upon doing Jeff the Killer. Really quickly, I need to message my friend, because... Okay, there we go. Starting Jeff, actually, wait, Scarlett. Scarlett, are you here? I'm gonna see if Discord is on here. Aha! Actually, no, it's not. I'm stupid. Are you done with your creepypasta? Or would you like me to...
Yes, make sure you have time to fold all this laundry.
I will. Or would you like me to continue on with Jeff the Killer? Okay. I will continue reading Jeff the Killer. Okay. Okay. As recognizable and widely known as he feared Jeff the Killer, the anomaly villain anonymous villain of numerous stories, littering the internet as one of the best known and most widely referenced creepypasta characters to ever emerge from the shadows corners of the web over the past few decades. But eventually, who or what is this infamous? I'm just gonna start with the actual story, because that's just like over talking his character and stuff like that. At 13 years old, Jeffrey Allen Woods, or Jeff C., depending upon who you ask, but more on that later, moves on with his parents and brother Lou to a new town here. Jeff and his sibling encounters 3 bullies, and they are threatening with knives. For those wanting a quick overview, the story of Jeff the Killer goes something like this. Oh. Whoops. Wrong area. God. Taking the blame for assaulting and being I can't charted off by the ever responsible police, guilty ridden and depressed at having let Lou take the blame for his actions. Jeff's day gets even worse when he meets the bullies again and is horribly burnt in an attack with alcohol and bleach. This burning results in Jeff being permanently disfigured, his skin bleached white, physically his mind snaps. How do you even say that word? What the... Anyway. Upon being discharged for some reason, his doctors apparently I can't. Jeff's insane behavior to the painkillers he is taking. Jeff arrives home and pretends to make a bad situation worse by purposely mutating his already disfigured face, cutting a permanent smile into his mouth and cheeks, and burning. Dude, this isn't even the original story, my guy. Or all the other ones were just wrong, but like, my guy. Now that I realize it, I'm pretty sure there are like, God, there's so many stories of Jeff the Killer. I can't. I wonder if I can find Jane the Killer, but there's so many ads on this freaking thing. I can't even see all of them. It won't even let me. Chat. Chat, is this real? Well. Yippee! Anyway. I'm not gonna do Jeff the Killer anymore because he is so confusing, I can't even. So, I'm gonna be doing The Hooded Man. Sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Anyway. I'm gonna be doing Hoodie. Technically, The Hooded Man, but most of us know him as Hoodie. There are so many versions of the story. They held a rewritten accomplishment back in 2015, and you're reading the one that won. Okay. Well, that's too many. I'm also gonna turn. Hey, there we go. My voice hurts. Not gonna lie, chat. All right, starting. Have you ever been influenced by clothing? I don't mean confidence by looks, but have you ever been given more control than ever by an item, or the truth, or just a favorite shirt? Have you ever been influenced by the worst way, by showing the truth? The following is taken directly from journal entries, and entries were written by but unknown killer. He is. Why does this name keep? Is that a name? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me copy this and look it up. If it's going to keep on popping up, then I'm obviously going to look it back. Or look it up. But generally known of and talked of. Okay, that's what it's meaning. Hey, yo! Oliver, get out of here. Oliver, get out of here. I swear to God. I swear to God. Stop. Stop. You need to stop. Also, now that Sunny's here, I can make him monitor. Oh, okay, there we go. Now as monitor. There we go. Yippee. Sunny, talk again. I dare you. Talk again. Talk again. Okay. No more stopping. No more stopping. Numerous. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. But unknown killer, he is numerous in the meanings that everyone has seen his work. He is unknown because nobody... See? You're now a monitor on my channel. Because nobody knows that he has done it. His origin is unusual. No troubles, no evil family, no magic, no paranormal forces. Anyway, his life was chosen by him and him alone. His identity is unknown. He will be named from here on as the Hooded Man. It's been really cold out here. I don't have anything to cover myself. All I have are my t-shirts and jeans. So today I decided to get a jacket. It was just a local store, nothing special. It's a black hoodie with a white lining. I think it looks good, pretty good. Pretty cool. I said thanks to be... I think it looks pretty cool. And then I tried on the attendant said it looks... it suits me fine. I said thanks to be polite. Common courtesy as is so hard to find. So I bought it. I haven't taken it off yet. Not only is it warm, but I can really see myself doing amazing things in it. When I look in the mirror, I smirk. I feel amazing. I can't really explain it, but I like it. I really like it. I feel the need to put my hood up. Something about the hood that has a way of masking a person. Even though it shows their face, it hides it somewhere. It's really late now. Right now. I've been feeling so great all day. Time flew around me. I'll have to explain more tomorrow. April 10th. Wait, what? Will I don't swear? Alright. Okay. I've had a hell of a week. I felt so great walking in the halls like a big shot. I'm sure I look smug, but I'm sure I look Sigma. I can't. Okay, anyway. That's why Jack challenged me. He was so angry. Who never do ignore. Me too, buddy. Me too. I'm struggling so much. Who never do ignore me. Ignoring an insult is more insulting than responding with screwed comments about someone's family. Me antagonized him. He antagonized me. He asked for it. He threw a hard punch and I stood. It stung harder than before, but I actually argued with him. I felt so cool all week. My confidence kept me up. I punched him harder in the stomach, and I lifted him up with a underhook. It felt so good. It really did. Parents calling. Jack still hasn't gotten out of the hospital. They said he's in a lot of pain. He's spit out a lot of blood. His parents told me over the phone. I reflected on it. How great it felt on the fist contact. How his cracked screams sounded. That's good to hear, I said blankly. I don't care about Jack. I smiled at his pain. I keep staring at my mirror. I'm always wearing my favorite hoodie. It feels so empowering. My friends would laugh at me, what I say. They would compare me to the Spider-Man and his black suit. Spider-Man threw his power away and don't plan on doing anything, but my source of conflict. April 22nd. Jack has gone to a better place. The words rang in my ears. He's dead. He's lost too much blood. His father told me the day I visited that he was losing blood due to a personal health condition. But the way his mother looked at me told me the real story. I killed him. I still remember the satisfaction of hitting him. I never wanted to kill him. I needed to think about what I've done, right? That'll fix my feelings. But what is there to think about? Regret is a foolish emotion. I don't need regret. April 24th. Actually. Oh my God. Dad has been avoiding me lately, and Mom has just tells me she loves me. They both want me to feel endless guilt, but I won't. Or rather, I can't. I can fake it for the public, but the truth is I'm not sorry. Spider-Man's story is starting to make me think more. But why could a curse or possessed hoodie land in my possession? Everybody who knew Jack glares at me. I am a nerd. Everyone who I talked to have transferred themselves out of my class or went to a different school. Teachers don't look at me much or get into me of I'm breaking any rule today. I threw my pencil at my history teacher. It hits his shoulder. He just froze for a second and continued doing his lesson. And continued what he was doing. Everyone either hates me and probably wants me dead, or they fear me. By writing is the only comfort I have. I can be at peace and let myself go. April 25th. They provoke me. They threaten me. I had no choice. They would have killed me. My hoodie protected my face. The knife naturally moved from Robbie's hand to mine. I didn't mean to. The writing was a short line at this point. April 3rd. Or not 3rd. Jesus Christ. 30th. April 30th. 5 days. 5 days being interrogated and sleeping in a cell. They decided I was only defending myself. I can hear my mom and dad talking. They want me gone. They're both scared I was an idiot to think that this jacket of mine was possessing me or changing my personality. It's just a really cool jacket. I love how it looks. I feel like a badass. I remember how I put the hood up. I put it up when... Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock. You gonna do that fucking laundry?
Yeah. Come on. I'm gonna see. Okay, I only have a little bit left, and then I'll leave. I put it up when those guys tried to kill me. I feel no remorse. I feel indifferent. I am in control. I have finally come to realize insanity. I wanted to kill them. All of them. I only needed a push and confidence to fight. I got it. Mom and Dad are interrogating me. They all interrogated me. And that was the end of The Hooded Man and of this stream. Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye.